Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Video Game Beat. My name is Rob, and I just want to destroy the world! Look, here's the thing, okay? We had a miss last week. Sorry about that. Everything going on in regards to the PS5, the Xbox Series X, had to get all that stuff filmed with streaming. It was a lot. So I had to sacrifice. I just couldn't have time to edit the podcast. So we had to skip last week, unfortunately. But we're back this week, and I'm just having some trouble, guys, with some hardware issues and things not syncing up and things not working the right way, and the stream just really not looking all that good sometimes. But hey, you gotta start from the bottom of the mountain to get to the top. You know what I'm saying? And we're barely halfway up. We're barely halfway up, baby. Anyways, thanks for joining me back again here on the Video Game Beat. Remember, the Video Game Beat is a weekly video game podcast that covers that week's big gaming news right here on YouTube. If you're watching it, thanks for joining me here on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. If you're listening to this on audio format and just getting all those beautiful, luxurious sounds of my voice, well then, thanks for doing that too. Don't forget to share, guys, on whatever platform, whatever you're doing, taking in this content. Don't forget to share it so that way your friends can know about it and we can get the word out there and people can know more about the ambition. And the ambition is ambitious casual right here, baby. And without further ado, let's not lollygag too much, okay, guys? Because again, I missed last week. We're here. Am I going to cover much of last week's news? No, I didn't have time. So bye-bye. But this week we got a new set of news. We have 8 stories today, and it's gonna be a meaty one. I'm really excited about talking about some of these stories. So let's jump right into it, starting with story number 1. Capcom. Say that 20 times in a row, please. Capcom has a massive leak. This comes straight from IGN's Joe Skrebels. Unfortunately, due to a ransomware attack, Capcom suffered a leak. But along with those leaks came a couple of things. Bad and good. Some people's privacy or info in regards to their privacy, their own personal info has been leaked, and that's obviously extremely bad. We do not want any of that. But along with Capcom leaks, you can only assume one other thing. There's got to be something video game related in that leak. And bada bing, bada boom, there was something video game related in that leak. And this is what it led to. So this is supposedly coming from that in the leak, we got to see what could only be PC ports for the upcoming Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2. And we'll stop right there real quick. So along with Monster Hunter Rise and Stories 2, these are obviously PC leaks. Like, they've never been on the PC before. And I remember playing a little bit of Monster Hunter Stories. It seemed pretty interesting. I mean, I didn't get too far into it just because it had a little bit of that Pokemon-esque kind of feel to it, and it really wasn't grabbing me the way that I like. Monster Hunter, to me, is just about the big battles and everything regarding that. But what's interesting is that we got in the leak, a port of Monster Hunter Rise coming to the PC, which only makes me question a couple things. One, Monster Hunter Rise, as we know, is coming to the Nintendo Switch. It was on a recent showcase that they put out, and we got to see it. It was like one of their big things that they were kind of presenting. And this is like the newest game ever since Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter World obviously took the world by storm. Like, it is such a huge game that I'm surprised that that exact one hasn't moved on to the Switch. Like, it's kind of how Monster Hunter works. It's kind of like they hit their gold and then they don't really want to overstay their welcome. They just move on to the next Monster Hunter. So that's what Monster Hunter Rise was going to be. But this is what this makes me believe, guys. So I don't think we quite knew. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments down below if I am wrong. But I don't think we knew that Monster Hunter Rise was going to come to any other platform other than the Switch. So if this leak is leading us to believe that Monster Hunter Rise is possibly coming to PC, what makes us think that that's all that they're going to stop at? they could possibly go on and make Monster Hunter Rise go onto other consoles, right? Maybe, possibly. Or what they could be doing is just say, hey, let's wait, leave that off, and not worry about that. And let's go straight into Monster Hunter World 2 for next gen, which I'm all for. I'm all down. I've been a big Monster Hunter fan for a while. And you know what? That's a big lie. No, not for a very long time. Ever since Monster Hunter World. I played a couple of the demos back in the day on like the 3DS. But Monster Hunter World was really the one where I really jumped in and I was really engaged. I will fall in and out of it all the time. And ever since, the next gen is here, I got the PS5 and Series X right here. I kind of getting that itch to want to jump back into Monster Hunter World again and experience that world in a much more powerful console. But of course, there's so many games out right now that it's hard to go back and try to hit your backlog when you want to go and hit the newer things. So hopefully soon I can jump into that. But that wasn't the only thing that was leaked from this massive Capcom leak. Another one was an Oculus VR version of Resident Evil 4. This is interesting because if you played Resident Evil 4 before, it is a third-person game. It's over the shoulder, Leon Kennedy. I loved Resident Evil 4. Played that back on the PS2. It was awesome. But this game as a VR, I don't quite understand how that will necessarily work. Just because of the fact that, again, it is over the shoulder. I know there's an HD version of the game, but again, it's HD version of a PS2 game. Like, there's no remade assets. They didn't like upgrade anything. It just much smoother textures. So I don't know how this game would even look in an Oculus VR version. The only thing that I can believe from this leak is whether this means that, okay, Resident Evil 4 is already obviously in development. We already got Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3 remake. What's next? Resident Evil 4. And we got Resident Evil Village coming out next year. What this has to be that they're either testing Resident Evil 4 right now, remastering it, getting ready for 2022, and then playing with the idea of either switching between third person or first person in the game itself. Whether that can be accessible through the Oculus or that can be accessible through PlayStation VR, I don't know. I don't understand how you can play that game in VR. I can't see it. I could only picture it in my mind as it being a third person game. No other way. But I mean, hey, if you guys are excited for that, let me know in the comments down below. What? Guys, I just ate Doritos right before this video and I thought there's like Dorito dust in my throat and everywhere, dude. Holy moly. One more thing was leaked, okay? Unannounced games with code names and more. But other than that, that's it. Again, there are code names. We can't really tell based off of a code name what the game's going to be. They try to make these code names very codename-ish so that it doesn't leave you to believe it's going to be something. So that is what it is. But hey, those are the Capcom leaks. Let me know, guys, if you're excited for any of the leaks that happen regarding Monster Hunter or Resident Evil 4 in VR. I'm not, but hey, if you are, let me know. Moving on to story number 2, we're here on Demon's Souls has new secret door that no one can open. This comes straight from GameSpot's Gabe Gerwin. It appears that Bluepoint, the people who are just absolute wizards when it comes to remakes, they like to make everyone feel like, yo, you thought you're good? Check us out. We're even better. I've not played Demon's Souls yet. I plan on playing that on my streams. I just finished Miles Morales. I will start streaming Demon's Souls very soon. But everything that I've seen in regards to this game, it is very beautiful. It is as next gen can be. But with the creative mind of Bluepoint and the fact that I think they can just do anything now. They can remake anything that they want, and there's no doubt in my mind they won't give it justice. In Demon's Souls, they add a new secret door. They just went into the game and added just a new tidbit of secrets in it, and I think that's super cool. And especially in a game like Demon's Souls, a lot of these Souls games are just clouded in mystery and a thing where you don't know exactly what this is or how this works. And this whole story about this secret door seemed like this cool thing in a bubble that a lot of the players that were playing the game were working together and figuring like, what is the secret door? How do you open the door? And I love those kinds of things. It's almost like PT whenever people are trying to figure out like, how do you finish it? And everyone around the world was trying to come together to figure out how to get to the end of something together. And that's what's cool about this. But at the time of recording, and I'm recording on November 20th, the door's already being opened. Okay. And this comes straight from IGN's Matt Kim. The door's been open. Why do I sound like I'm just so over it? I'm not over it. I'm not over this story, guys. I don't know what that sigh was. I'm not over this. I'm just trying to breathe, I guess. This comes straight from IGN's Matt Kim. The door's been open. Supposedly a player has opened up the door already, and I'm not gonna spoil much for you guys, other than you open the door, you get some armor. But either or, it's cool that there's something like this that it was, caused a ripple effect in all of the Souls community. And everything in regards to this game I've been just hearing is so positive. A lot of the people that were like the OG players of the game, those that loved this game, they were in this for the long haul. And ever since the OG Demon Souls and them coming to the remake, everyone's been loving it. And so kudos to Bluepoint again. I know I've said this to them about them multiple times, but Bluepoint is very talented. They did such a great job. And again, on this secret door, thanks to Distortion 2, who figured it out and unlocked it for the rest of the world. It's cool, And Bluepoint even acknowledged it on their Twitter account by just posting a picture of what was behind the door and just a big thing of "wish you were here," almost like a postcard kind of thing. And it's cool, I love the fact that they're playing into it, and they love the fans and just love being there, and that they truly love this game with how much love they're even putting into it. So that's cool, guys. And if you're playing Demon Souls, let me know in the comments down below. Are you enjoying it? Because I haven't started playing it yet, but I'm really excited. I'm stoked. I want to know how your experience is so far. And just tell me your love for it, okay? Tell me it all. Tell me it all. Story number 3: winter is coming to Animal Crossing. Get it? Get it? Get the pun? This comes straight from Polygon's Nicole Carpenter. Animal Crossing's big winter update adds new holidays, events, and more home storage. Guys, it's cool that this game is still going. I mean, again, it just came out, and Animal Crossing is like a year-round thing, and then it continues to go, and it continues to go, and it continues to go. And with the world that we live in right now, with the pandemic and quarantine, and Animal Crossing, like I said multiple times, just hit at the right time. And they continue to deliver. And so, again, these updates allow for Animal Crossing to just continue to be in the news and continue to be talked about. Once we're done with this year, is Animal Crossing gonna be talked about more? I'm not quite sure, but hey, we'll get there when we get there. Again, this comes straight from Polygon. Animal Crossing New Horizons next update is coming on November 19th. The time of this recording, it is already out. So if you're watching or listening to this podcast, it's already out. Go download it. What are you doing here? Go download that, play that, and then listen to this while you're playing Animal Crossing. It's adding seasonal festivities like Turkey Day and Toy Day to the game. The free update will also add in a few new reactions, hairstyles, and the ability to transfer saved data. Thank God, but we're going to come back to that. There's plenty to be excited for in this update, with another scheduled for late January, New Year's themed naturally. Now, guys. Oh, real quick, I'm noticing a couple things real fast. Turkey Day is on November 26th, and Toy Day is coming on December 24th, aligned with Thanksgiving and Christmas. Let's see. I want to make sure. No, that's it. So, a couple things. That's cool. It's new events. I mean, I fell off of the game about maybe a month and a half after its release. So I love the game. I honestly, to this day, even though I haven't played it in a very, very long time, I think it is one of the best games that this year has ever brought about. And I'm so happy that this game is still going and people still love this game. But along with these new events and activities, they're also introducing new hairstyles And I don't want to get too crazy with this, but with the hairstyles, they, are kind of bland and everything like that. But a lot of the hairstyles that they introduce in this one reflects that in regards to like African culture and or not necessarily African culture like in Africa, but for those whom have more curlier hair, braids, dreads, that kind of thing. And that's cool. I'm glad that you're able to do that. Like, if your hair doesn't even match that, why the heck would you even? It's cool that they added these newer hair updates because of the fact that you can tell that they noticed some of their fans were like, hey, I want my character to look like me. So they went ahead and added this new hair, and I love it, man. Like, kudos to them. That's awesome. I'm glad that they're doing that. But there's one big thing about this new update that I want to talk about. Okay, it's the fact that they've given you the ability to transfer saved data. Why is that such a big deal? Well, here's why it's a big deal. You only transfer saved data on this game if you are trying to switch from one switch to another switch. So if you're trying to get your save data, why do I keep saying like save, when you get your save data on console A, and then you want to move it to console B, why would you want to do that? Maybe because there's a new console coming out? Or maybe because you want to put it in a newer console. The Nintendo Switch Pro. Guys, I'm telling you right now, the Nintendo Switch Pro is gonna be happening. It's happening. They're already working on it. I'm telling you right now. I'm calling it right now. They're working on it. And they're bringing this update because they want to continue the momentum of Animal Crossing into the next year. How are they going to do that? Allowing you to transfer your save data. At the beginning of this entire game, you weren't able to transfer everything. If your Switch broke, boom, done. Your island's gone. Everything that you've done is gone. Good for good. So with them introducing this barely and the last quarter of the year, it is a little mind-blowing that this wasn't here at the very beginning, but it has to make you believe that it's because they got to be coming out with a new console that they want to push. There's no other way. And it's exciting because I feel like there's little bits of crumbs being left behind by Nintendo and whatever they're doing that is leading us to believe that the next console is coming out pretty soon. And if you guys agree, don't forget to leave me know in the comments down below. And let's get on to our fourth story. Fortnite has video chat now? Question mark? This comes straight from Eurogamer's Tom Phillips. Supposedly in Fortnite there is going to be some video chat. Here's what it reads. Today's Fortnite update adds in-game video chat streamed from you and your squad's mobile phones. This article was written on the 18th of November. I'm recording on the 20th. This is posted on the 21st, so it's already out by the time you're watching this. In order for you to do this, you'll need an Epic's free house party app, and to start with, it's only available on PC, PlayStation 5, and PS4. No Xbox, which is kind of weird, but whatever. So how does it work? Well, once you've connected your Fortnite account within House Party, the app, it's a matter of creating a group chat and plonking your mobile down next to wherever you're sitting. House Party's tech then finds your face and pops it in Fortnite's new on-screen video chat sidebar. Here's how it looks. And then there's a little bit of a picture right here of it showing. Because there's a visual, I'll put it up on the screen so you guys can see it. This is interesting. And I think what this only leads me to believe is we all know that Fortnite has been such a big cultural phenomenon. Like, they're breaking the barriers as to what video games are, bringing live concerts in there, and bringing in big, massive trailers for movies. Like, they're trying to make Fortnite not only just a video game, but something in pop culture, something bigger. And the fact that they're allowing something like this, with my phone, pop it down, I'm playing Fortnite, and on the side as I'm playing, I can see everyone else's faces. That adds this level of community. This adds this level of connectivity. This adds this level of, I want to hang out with the guys and we can hang out in Fortnite. There's stories out there, guys, of kids that they get off of school and instead of going to the basketball courts and hanging out, they're going into Fortnite and they're hanging out. They're just hanging out, talking about their day. And this is what this is. This is the next level. This is the next step into that. So parents, don't be afraid. This is not going to be like your kids can run into someone else's random party and then they're videoing with some random person. You have to create the party on your phone and then people get together. Like it has to be very cohesive and connect. Like you have to structure it. So don't be afraid, parents, on that regard. But this is really cool, man. And it's to some you might be like, what's the point in this? But to me, I'm like, this is that extra layer that they're wanting Fortnite to be something bigger. They want it to be a platform, a social platform, like a Twitter or Fortnite or Facebook. So, guys, let me know what you think about this. I'm really excited about this. I'm not going to use it because I have no need to use it, but this is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. So, yeah, I'm excited about this. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys were excited about this too. Going on to story number 5. Will God of War Ragnarok be on PS4? Kotaku? This comes straight from Kotaku. Ethan Gach at PlayStation. Ethan Gach at Kotaku talks about if God of War will be on the PS4. The only reason why this is coming up, guys, is because we know Miles Morales came out on the PS4 along with the PS5. And this only leads us to believe a couple things. One, PlayStation's way of just letting their viewers, their fans know things is just not that good. They're not really good at communicating. So we thought at the beginning of this year, whenever they said, we're all about next generation consoles and moving forward, but you can see that they made a game for the PS5 and the PS4. So they're not about next generation consoles only. They're about both of them. And they've even stated that they want the PS4 to last for like another 3 more years. So they're not letting anything go, but they're not clearly letting that be known. So with newer games like Miles Morales, Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, it only leads us to believe, like, are all these games also coming to the PS4? Because if that is the case, then I don't think we're truly getting next-gen experiences because these games are not being built for that console itself. It's being built under the peripherals that it's going to be played on the PS5 and the PS4 at the same time. So this is what it goes on to say in the article. In an interview with The Telegraph published today, today is Tuesday. That is, oh my God, what is math? The Tuesday, the 17th of November. Oh my God. I got to think on that one. Sony Interactive Entertainment President and CEO Jim Ryan, in an interview with Telegraph, was asked point blank whether God of War Ragnarok will be on a PS5 exclusive. This is what he said. Sorry, I've got nothing to say about that today. Thanks, Sony. Hey, Sony, we literally only have one question. One question. Just answer the question. Just answer the question. Here's the thing, guys. Why can't they just say it? You know for a fact if he's not saying anything, it's because it's going to be a PS4 exclusive. If it was a PS5 exclusive, they just say PS5 exclusive. Unless they're kind of like trying to play within that realm of they don't want to make the PS4 people upset. But if that's the case, like, guys, then, I can't even say that. Because I was going to say, well, then just jump into the next gen consoles already. But there is no next gen consoles. They're hard to find. Anyways, so I guess this leads us to believe only a couple things, guys. God of War Ragnarok very well could be next gen. And past gen? Current gen? Current gen is PS5. So it's going to be current gen and past gen? I don't even know how that works. Either or, I think it's going to be cross-platform. That kind of bums me out a little bit. It's selfish, I know. And they have such a huge audience over there on the PlayStation 4 side that I know they don't want to leave those behind. But I guess me as a person that took the time and actually bought a next-gen console is still not going to get that next-gen experience right off the bat. The load times and everything running more smoothly is such a big one up, yes, but it is not like the big thing yet, Like I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I still haven't seen that big leap. Miles Morales was great, but was it next gen? I don't know, dude. Like, I'm still trying to struggle with this, and I've wanted to make a video about this one topic in particular because I'm like, do generations even matter anymore? Like graphically, I'm sure the way a thing runs, sure, but like, does the next gen happen anymore? Because I'm already starting to contradict myself in this moment and thinking Miles Morales was next gen. I know I literally just said it wasn't, but it kind of was. Like I just finished it. It looked amazing. It looked beautiful. I have not seen such beautiful faces like that in a long time, other than The Last of Us 2. But this was running on a PS5 and everything looked great. The sweat looked great. I got to see their pores. Like everything looks great. So is it next gen? Are we actually getting next gen? Is it actually current gen? Is it the last gen being boosted for this gen? I don't know. I don't know. And honestly, now that I'm starting to think about it, screw this story. Who cares anymore? Like, if it is for past gen or current gen, who cares anymore? I mean, it's a first party game. They know what they're doing. I trust Sony Santa Monica. They got everything under control over there. They're wizards over there, man. They know how to make a game. So if they made such a great game on the PS4, who says they're not going to make such a great game on the PS5? Especially the fact that it would look amazing. I know I'm rambling now, guys, so go right ahead. Unsubscribe, dude, and take that like button off. And, just burn your phone and burn your laptop while you're at it, too, okay? Story number 6. IO Interactive is making a 007 Origin game. This is very exciting to me, guys. This comes straight from Game Informer's Liana Rupert. Guys, IO Interactive, if you do not remember, is the makers of the Hitman series, the new one that's been out recently, Hitman 1, 2, and 3, which should be hitting soon. I think the beginning of next year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm so excited for it, especially the fact that they have kind of built upon themselves more and more. They left Square Enix. They've become their own thing, and they're doing everything on their own. And so they're going out there really kicking butt. And the fact that they left Square Enix, became their own developer, own publisher, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, let me know in the comments down below. And then to go from that to a James Bond origin story, that is unbelievable. And that makes me really, really happy. But let's get straight into the story, okay? So Liana Rupert says, yesterday, IO Interactive, the studio behind the iconic Hitman franchise, teased that the team is ready to reveal its latest project. Now, we've got our first look with the new teaser trailer of what IO has been working on, and it turns out it is a 007 James Bond origin story titled Project 007. Now, the title could change, but as of right now, that is what the working title is. It's in collaboration with MGM, Eon Productions, and Delphi. IO Interactive is crafting the first ever origin story for the beloved man on a mission. This is unbelievable. Like, we haven't even seen this on the screen, but IO Interactive has been given the keys to the kingdom and are able to make an origin James Bond game. That's legit. I love the Hitman series. It's not Metal Gear. I love Metal Gear. Like, that's the pinnacle when it comes to stealth games, but I like Hitman just as much. It's very different. They're not trying to do the same thing. They're trying to play on a different field. In 007, I can't see it playing the same way. 007 works differently. Like, he's not Hitman. He is a very different kind of person. So I'm excited to see what other, forms of talent they can bring in for this game and see something new from that team, because all we've known is Hitman, but this is kind of like their first departure from that. And I'm so excited to see what they can do with it. Before we leave this story, though, I do want to give one coin into the pool and wish upon a star that the person that becomes James Bond is none other than Rahul Kohli. I love that guy. He comes out in some Funhouse videos. He's come out in some kind of funny videos, but he's not known for that. He's known for being an actor on iZombie. He was on the recent Blind Manor. So I would love for Rahul Kohli to be the next James Bond. He's such a suave dude, and he will be awesome for that role. I nominate him. Please, IO. Let's get Rahul Kohli as James Bond. That'll be the coolest thing ever. Moving on to story numero 7. Kate Bishop is finally coming to Marvel's Avengers. This comes straight from Games Radar from Kate Delmar. It's been a while, guys. It has been silent over here on the Avengers side. I've been playing the game, and then I fell off of it when the new consoles came out, and then I just haven't gone back to it. This game came out a long time ago, And unfortunately, there's been a lot of things that were not promised, but were slated to come out that have been completely pushed back. Not to the fault of the studio or the developers. I'm pretty sure COVID has had to play a role into that. But things have been pushed, and now things are starting to roll out a bit slower than even intended. So we got Kate Bishop is finally making her way to Marvel's Avengers, and the official PlayStation blog is all over it. The post announces the release date for the character, slating her to arrive on December 8th, just a few months after the initial announcement of her inclusion in the title. She was supposed to actually come out, if I'm not mistaken, in October, and then Clint Barton was supposed to come out in November, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know in the comments down below if I am wrong. They got to show off a bit of her abilities. She looks super cool, dude. She's using aim tech and her ability to utilize quantum energy and everything. She is rad. I'm really excited to jump in and actually use her. If I am going to jump back into the game, I don't know. Not yet. Don't hold me accountable on that. But she looks cool. And they're introducing these new things of, I think it was called operations, almost like a comic book, like episodic stories that they're going to be adding over time into the greater story, so that way you can play these characters' stories and just build out the lore of the universe. So she's coming in with her own operations in the near distant future, which is going to be the beginning of, if I'm not mistaken, January or the beginning of 2021 is when we'll finally see Clint Barton being introduced and his operations. So stay tuned, guys. Go check that out. They have some video clips on YouTube and all that. But like I said, Kate looks cool. Her moveset looks awesome. She's utilizing her bow. She even looks like she has like a katana, which is super, super cool and different. Would not have expected that. Kind of resembles that of Hawkeye's in Avengers Endgame, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, really excited for this. Can't wait to jump back in and see what's going on in that regard. But yeah, there's a lot more other things that they also tease at the end of that one, which is kind of like Clint's story, which I don't even know why they're starting to tease that. Like, why tease that? Like, we don't even know when the next operations is going to come out. Just let us wait. Like, don't feel like you need to throw so much to kind of hold us back. Just give us what we need and what we are 100% certain on. But I will say what they did show of Clint Barton actually looked pretty interesting, not gonna lie. Looks like an old man Hawkeye kind of thing, and in an alternate universe where everything came to an end. So go check it out. They had like a small little snippet of it. It looked dope. But yeah. And guys, we're finally at the end. And if you haven't clicked off the video, toss your phone out the window while you're driving because you just couldn't stand hearing the sound of my voice. We're here. We're finally here at the last story of the day. And that is the 8th story. This is big. I'm really excited. Is this really video game news? Not really, but it is video game related. And I'm just so stoked about this. The Last of Us is officially heading to HBO. I can't wait. I can't wait. This comes straight from IGN. And my computer's freezing, guys. Look, my frustrations are literally starting to manifest right in front of me. Oh my God, slow down, please. Here's what the article says. Again, this comes from IGN's Joseph Knoop. So HBO is partnering with Sony Pictures Television on the series, with PlayStation Productions, Word Games, and Naughty Dog all co-producing. They're getting, obviously, Neil Druckmann to direct, along with Chernobyl's writer Craig Mazin. Druckmann will also be executive producing the series alongside Cheryl Strauss and President Evan Wells, and PlayStation Productions Assad Kizobash and Carter Swan. All these people will be executive producing alongside Neil. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what they have planned for this. Look, I know that there's the argument of, do video games even need to be a movie? Do they need to be a TV show? I understand that argument, but with this one in particular, The Last of Us just hit a different note. And it is something that we did not see in video games all that much. I think the only other thing that came close to it, in my opinion, was the Metal Gear Solid franchise. And again, we know Jordan Vogt-Roberts is trying to get that up and running as a movie. But I'm very excited for this. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with it, who they're going to cast as Joel and Ellie. And I'm so stoked, guys. I'm so stoked, especially the fact that they're keeping Neil on board. If Neil is going to be focusing on this, then this leads me to believe that, one, we're not going to get much new Last of Us stuff soon. And if they do make like a Last of Us Part 3, we're not going to get that for another good number of years, because all his attention is going to be on this, unless he passes it on to somebody else to take over. And I'm not quite sure how that's going to sit in with the fans. But then this also leads me to believe, okay, if he's going to be busy on this, what is their next project? So again, a lot of things we can think about, speculate on, but again, I'm so excited about this. If you're excited, let me know down in the comments down below. And again, like I said, that's the last story of the day, guys. Congratulations, you made it to the end, and we are here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Again, this is the Video Game Beat, a weekly video game podcast that covers that week's big gaming news. If you want to stay up to date, you can follow the podcast on all podcast services. You can follow the video feed on YouTube at Ambitious Casual TV. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share this with your friends on all social platforms to get the word out of the ambition being the Ambitious Casual channel. I can't wait to see you beautiful people on the streaming side, twitch.tv/Ambitious Casual. That is where I am streaming Tuesday through Friday, trying to get some good games up. I just finished streaming Ambitious Casual. That doesn't make any sense. I just finished streaming Miles Morales. Now I'm going to be hitting on, this is Friday that I'm recording. So once I'm done recording, I'm going to push it to the side, get everything ready for the stream, because we are going to be streaming some beautiful multiplayer games, because that's what the Fridays are for. Again, thanks guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me your time. Don't forget, stay connected. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Reels, baby. We're starting to get some more content out there, baby, and that's why I'm so tired. Until next time, keep playing those games, keep being ambitious. Peace out. Gang, gang.